kinds of soils across the country, and each of them are peculiar, very rich. But let's not go there. So we'll start off with the Guardian newspaper, and this is what they lead with. So what's first 100 days in 30 days of honeymoon, Tinubu's sweeping reform 4 and that see so how the appointment of peaceful just it's what um
says he invoked the spirit of Emilio Con to win election despite cashless policy. Buhari didn't ask Tinubu not to investigate him, Shehu. So the former president's former spokesperson has been speaking, quite a lot, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looks like this is going to continue for a while. So this is the latest statement. Buhari didn't ask Tinubu not to investigate him. So the question will be, is President Tinubu investigating former President Buhari? Why did this come up in the first place? But hey, it's page 2 on the New Telegraph, the newspaper, this morning. And of course, that picture is right there on the front page as well. But just below that picture, so this one, DHQ gives service chiefs seniors Monday deadline to resign. Again, you have to now look behind the story. What is behind the story? Are they refusing to resign, or are they just following the due process? Are they saying, well, we've not gotten the proper notification? What exactly is playing out here? Yes, I'm just giving you a lot of the possibilities
about life after retirement. What are they going home to?
Well, some will always say it's always inevitable. The moment you get that promotion, you know that there's a possibility something might change, and you might actually be.
It's inevitable, actually, particularly within the armed forces, that senior military officers would exit. But
sometimes with no heads up at all.
What are they going to?
I think that's a question for a lot of people who are on the verge of retiring or who have retired already. A couple of more CBN to roll out 187 billion naira maturing treasury bills today. Yes, so it's not a public holiday again, in case you wonder. Let's leave it for New Telegraph.
And the Daily Trust. Parents, students cry foul as varsities hike fees. When it rains, it pours, they say. That say cost of living unbearable, withdrawal last option. Those students protest over 300% increment. Increase inevitable. That's coming from the authorities. Does it have to be 300%? I do know that conversation has been there, that Nigerian students pay lower than any other schools in the world. I mean, in some quarters, that's the argument. But does it have to be 300%? Can't it be gradual?
You said varsities, though.
Yes. All right, so that's a story the Daily Trust is leading with. Above that, seaport terminal operators jack up cargo handling charges by 45%. I'll say that again. When it rains, it pours. Outrage over Quran desecration in Sweden. Naira now undervalued after float. That's coming from the Bank of America, page 5. Then the picture there speaks of hope.
Yeah, okay.
Children having fun speaks of hope. When you see that, you just look forward to better days ahead. And then Idil Kabir, children having fun at the Millennium Park in Abuja. Now, of course, our reporter was there yesterday, and from his findings, the numbers were lower than usual. But then the few that were there were catching their fun. FGOK's vehicle importation via land borders. Would that reduce the cost of vehicles, or just increase in amount, the number of people paying for vehicle ownership as we go along every year? Buhari never asked Tinubu not to probe him. Kayode mentioned that in other paper, but there it is again, Daily Trust. Bloomberg rates Dangote richest man in Africa. Hope for TB vaccine in 100 years as Welcome Gates Foundation Fund trial. And that's it from Daily Trust.
Okay, Vanguard Newspapers has this. Why I invoked spirit of freedom in Ogun. That's according to Tinubu. Explains how he invoked spirit of Emilio Con twice before February 25 election to overcome obstacles. Interesting. I didn't know that Emilio Con. Well, people say that, there's power in the tongue, and, you should be careful what you say. Well, the president certainly knew what he was saying, apparently, when he said Emilio Con. So this is his explanation right now. Says cashless policy or not, he was sure of victory. Optimistic about positive change, urges Nigerians to endure baby steps of pain. Okay, page 8 is where you get to see details. Question is, how is he rating that is baby steps? Are there adult steps of pain to come, sir? Just wondering, page 8 is where you find details. You have a number of other stories. NAS principal officers tension as competing camps await Tinubu APC's nod. NAFDAC warns Nigerians against contaminated Sprite in circulation. So I saw this yesterday, and I don't know how, seriously people are taking it, and how, you might want to read details of the story to know just, maybe there's a batch, maybe there is a type of container to identify the Sprite that could be contaminated, but NAFDAC is warning against Sprite that could be contaminated. How about they withdrawing it from the market? If they know that there was a batch that was contaminated, then they had better do something drastic to see how they can withdraw it from the market, lest people get poisoned. You have a number of other stories. Nigeria's intra-African trade dips 12% to 842.6 billion naira in first quarter of 2023. I have a number of other stories. Mr. and Mrs. is also there. Mr. lamenting about cabal. Just pay, your in-laws their dues, and you shall have peace, mister. Let's leave it there for Vanguard newspapers, and also leave it there for our paper review this beautiful Friday morning. We'll be right back to get into the conversation. Please stay with us.